All right, let's talk about something that could completely change the way you shop online. We're diving into a new protocol from Google that basically gives AI its own wallet. So how's this even going to work? So picture this. You just say to your phone, hey, find me the best deal on a new coffee maker, and just buy it. That's it. No clicking, no checkout, no nothing. That's the future we're stepping into. A world where an AI does all the legwork from finding the product to hitting purchase. And the tech behind this whole thing, it's called Google's Agent Payments Protocol, or AP2 for short. Think of it as a set of rules, a framework that lets AI assistants go out and complete a purchase all by themselves. The big deal here is that we're moving away from systems where you have to approve every single step. This is about real, honest-to-goodness financial automation. Okay, so how does this actually work under the hood? What makes it such a potential game changer? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. So, AP2 is built on 5 really important ideas. First, it's interoperable, which is just a fancy way of saying different AI agents and payment systems can all talk to each other. It's also open source, which is awesome because it means anyone can jump in, contribute, and innovate on it. Then there's payment flexibility. We're talking everything from your credit card to stable coins. And of course, security is built in right from the start. Finally, it has what's called a modular architecture, which basically makes it way easier for developers to plug it into their own apps and systems. You put all that together, and the goal is pretty clear. Create one smooth, secure system that just works for everybody. For you, the user, it's pure convenience. For the merchant, it means more successful sales. And for the companies processing the payments, it's a much cleaner, more efficient process. And the potential here, it's just massive. We're not talking about small changes. Research is showing that the economic impact of AI in banking alone could be worth somewhere between $200 and $340 billion every single year. Yeah, this isn't just another software update. It's a total game changer for the entire financial world. So where does all that money come from? Well, a McKinsey report breaks it down. They're talking about a potential 9 to 15% increase in operating profits. And that's all driven by making things more productive using AI. And, that's the kind of number that makes big companies sit up and pay attention. It's the reason they're all racing to get this stuff integrated. But of course, with any tech this powerful, there's always a flip side. It's not all sunshine and automated purchases. Let's dive into some of the risks, because they make this whole picture a lot more complicated. And that brings us to the biggest question of all, right? Once you give an AI the power to spend your money, who's actually watching it? Who's in control? How do you know for sure it's doing what's best for you and keeping your data safe? And this is really the central tug of war with AI payments. On one hand, you've got this incredible promise of making everything automatic and super efficient. But on the other hand, you've got some really serious risks, like what happens to your data privacy and navigating this jungle of financial regulations. It seems like for every big advantage, there's an equally big challenge waiting. Let's get specific about what critics are worried about. First off, data privacy. I mean, how is all that super sensitive financial data being protected? Then there's the whole legal mess. Can these systems actually comply with complex laws like GDPR? Plus, let's be real, we know AIs can be wrong. They can have old information or even biases baked right in. And if the system is relying on some other company's AI, well, that just opens up a whole new can of worms for security. It all comes back to that one giant question: who is ultimately accountable? So this all leads us to the final and maybe most important part of the conversation. What does this all mean for the future of trust? Can we really trust our money to an algorithm? Okay, let's just quickly walk through how a purchase like this would work. It starts with you, right? You say what you want. Then the AI agent goes and does the job. It finds the product from a merchant, and finally, your bank or card issuer processes the payment. Seems simple enough, but what happens when it's not?
And that leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If that AI messes up, buys the wrong thing, gets overcharged, whatever, who's responsible? Who pays for the mistake? Is it you, since you gave the order? Is it the AI's developer for writing bad code? The merchant? The bank? Figuring out who's on the hook, that is the single biggest puzzle we have to solve before any of this can become our everyday reality.